Hi, everyone. Dorothea Hendriks here, your communication coach in presentation skills and in public speaking. Recently, I was at an event. It was it was a fundraising event, all run by volunteers. Incredible, incredible talent on the stage that evening. We had singers, we had dancers, musicians, poetry readers, actors doing plays, scripts from what they had written. It was quite impressive indeed. There was just one thing when I walked away that evening, there was just one thing that I felt that they could have used, that they could have done, that would have raised the bar on the entire evening's performance. And that is, they could have used someone to be an MC. They could have used someone to be a master of ceremonies. Now, was there somebody there doing introductions? Yes, there was. There was somebody there, same person, doing introductions, doing housekeeping, moving all the props, taking care of all the props, taking care of all the sound, making sure the stage was all right, introducing people, giving acknowledgments. This person was into overwhelm. Now, the person did an amazing job, but the person couldn't do the best job available because they just had too much on their plate. And I think for me, the biggest disappointment was when this person who also writes poetry did a poetry reading. The poem was amazing and required a certain amount of reflection, required a certain amount of thought, quiet, introspection, but that wasn't given because the person had no time, had to move on with some other things. And housekeeping got mixed up with poetry, got mixed up with something else. Like they were just in a bag and just whatever came out was something that was handled. And then we moved on to the other thing. So, what would an MC have done? An MC basically, in terms of any performance that anyone has, whether it's volunteer run or not volunteer run, the MC serves as a link between all the performers and the audience and the performers taking whatever they're performing on stage. So the MC links the audience to the performance, the MC links the performers to each other and to the audience. And it's this incredible flow of energy that an MC has to bring to tie everything and everyone together. The whole goal of the evening, of course, is to have people walk out the door with a wonderful experience. And it's an MC that can set the stage and help people in the audience get that experience. So the MC is a link. The MC also sets the tone, the energy, the enthusiasm, the vitality, or the moments of reflection, the pause, the pensive moments, depending on what goes on stage. So when someone is being introduced, that is maybe going to be doing some breakdancing, which is what happened here. We had some breakdancing. They were amazing. The performer was amazing, absolutely amazing. And then, of course, we also had some poetry reading. We also had some writers share their writing, the plays which were serious and required that we step back and we give moments of silence to reflect. An MC does that. An MC knows the performer, understands what the performer wants the audience to experience, and an MC sets up the stage. And when the performer is finished, the MC acknowledges in the way that he or she should acknowledge that performer and now sets the stage for the next one. An MC is the link, an MC sets the tone, and an MC sets the pace. Sets the pace because anyone who's ever been to a performance of any kind knows that there are fast movements, slow movements, high, low. There's such a variety. In order, we have to keep ourselves entertained and we need to make sure that everybody else is entertained. And that's the role of the MC. So what you do is you set the pace. You set the pace, you set the tone, because as MC, you are the link. Can you run a performance without an MC? Sure. But it can never ever be as good as when you have an MC, somebody who's in charge to carry the energy, who gives the acknowledgments, that presence that should always be on stage as the constant in any performance situation. So the next time you're thinking of, gee, should I get an MC? Should I not get an MC? What should I do? Really, you don't have to think about it. You get an MC, a master of ceremonies, because that person serves as your link between all the performers and your audience, the audience and the performers. That person actually sets the tone that you want people to remember and experience when they go home that night. And it sets the pace. The MC sets the pace. Until next time, this is Dorothea Hendriks wishing you mountains of success.